Hey guys, what's up? Matt here from Loon Outdoors. Today we're going to tie a little PMD crackback. I'm going to use a FW 500 size 16. I do have a little secret bead on the hook there. It's a glass bead. It's one of those tires, bead in brown. And I'm going to be using a 50D Veevus GSP thread. So I'm going to go ahead and start my wraps about where I want my thorax to start. The GSP is a little bit slippery, so mind that if you're using that type of thread. You could also use a 14 or 12-aught from Veevus as well. And my color recommendation would be a brown or like a camel for this pattern. Again, some kind of mahogany little synthetic Fibettes. I find them to be really durable, and you know, my tailing fibers as of recently have either been this or Coq de Leon. Take your pick on what you have available, and you can use them interchangeably here for most of these patterns. So I'll go ahead and secure those guys in, wrapping forward. You can see I'm giving them a slight length adjustment here, just to about where I want. I'll try to even them up to be just perfect for my application. So you guys will notice something too. I didn't cut my tag end off, and this is a little bit of an homage to Flyfish Food and their mil-spec Mayfly series. It's also with the glass bead. It's probably been done a bazillion times over, but friend Shay Gunkel does that with his. So I'm going to use this camel color to create the body, and I'm going to take black, special black, and I'm going to color my tag end of my thread. So this is actually like going to be a triple mashup fly at the end. I just kind of borrowed things from things that I liked and created my own pattern. So you can see right now I'm rolling the thread to create some roundness, to kind of tighten it up and touching up just the tip of that with the marker. So I actually want it to have a little bit of profile, but it's still going to be finer than if you tried to pull like a super fine uni wire through here. So I'm going to go and take that, creating, you know, some increasing segmentation. Doesn't have to be perfect. Again, these aren't, you know, going in a shadow box. It's going in a fish's mouth. So if everything's not perfect, I wouldn't worry about it, you know, too much. So I'm going to use some flow and just a very, very small amount. And that's just going to stabilize the body. It's a real basic pattern. And we'll go ahead and zap that with the bench light this time. You can separate out those fibers if you want. It's all up to you. Next up, this is some yellow, like Superfloss, Life Flex, whatever you can find that's yellow. Those PMDs have a little bit of they get like this yellow crackback thing going on, and I use the Superfloss to kind of create that. I'm going to use some Top Flight. This is a dry fly dubbing. Now I'm going to use a mahogany, or actually, I'm sorry, dark red brown. It's kind of a mahogany color in my eyes, so I just associate that. A very small pinch. Don't need a lot for this. These are really delicate bugs. So I'll go ahead and take a few rips with that. And you can see it's a little bit dark in the photo right now, but you'll notice that that bead is still kind of, there's some space. I'll go ahead and take a whip finish, reattach my thread. You could bring it over the top if you wanted to. Realistically, at the end of the day, you probably wouldn't catch it. Again, the fish wouldn't have the time to inspect this as much as your buddies do. So you could sneak it past that. This is some Sparkle Pseudo Hackle, and what I do is I prepare this and strip it. You You can see I've taken all of the horizontal fibers out and just left the lateral ones that go between the two cores. And these are going to work as our legs. I saw one of my buddies on Instagram, Hopper Juan, do this, and I was like, man, that's kind of a material I haven't used in a while. So I busted it out, and I was like, man, this could be fun for making legs. Why not? Let's give it a try. So I'm going to leave them really long. It's a really inexpensive material. It has cool crinkle and some flash behind it. And I was like, man, why not utilize this? And I like a little bit of a bulky head on this. So you can see I kind of have a 9 to 5. If anybody jumps up top, you know, you can just kind of cut them off as needed. And and again, kind of like with my soft hackle, if you watch that, I like having a thread head on this pattern. It's a little bulky, it looks a little bit wonky. End of the day, it actually just really works well, creating a little face. And again, obviously I have white thread, so we're going to color that up. And the legs will be getting trimmed, don't worry. I mean, it kind of almost looks like a soft hackle right now. I'm sure it'd fish pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and just put a drop of UV flow on here. It does kind of stabilize into the bead and creates this really solid kind of headspace for this fly. Go ahead and rotate gently. Go ahead and trim the legs just behind the bead. And you've got this cool little PMD emerger pattern here. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.